Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Kat, also known as Delilah Shines. And today I really just wanted to make this video in order to connect with you guys a little bit more and to express a little bit more about me and what my aim is when working with you guys. Now, I just created this, the Delilah Shines website, which is up. And I also, on the website, I have a blog. So you guys can go and check that out and you can read a lot more about me in detail. And I also have now created like an official Facebook page for Delilah Shines. I also have a Twitter account for Delilah Shines, and I'm going to be making a Google Plus account and also an Instagram account for Delilah Shines. So that way you guys will be able to connect with me whichever way works best for you, because I know that YouTube is great, but we don't always have the time to like sit down and actually watch these like 10 to 20 minute videos, okay? So YouTube is really a way for me to express myself in all different ways, okay? But also social media is great because on Facebook, I can write, kind of like my blogs on the website. I can write, in depth, like, posts about, specific topics, okay, which I believe, is all really healing, not just for me, but for all of us, okay, for us to be able to connect to each other on a raw type of level where we can, get insight into someone else and see, feelings that they have felt, experiences that they've experienced, okay? And all the, the whole scale of it, from really happy experiences to, just downright sad experiences or experiences that make us angry. I think it's really important for us all to connect on this level because I know a lot of us, especially in the spiritual community, and I use that term a lot, but I guess it's my way of just saying those of us who are on an awakening path, who are, looking for answers, okay? A lot of us can get caught up in the illusion of, having to be positive, okay? And including ourselves, okay? So for a long time, I've talked about this before, but for a long time, I always, was pressuring myself to be so positive that I didn't allow myself to, open up and share who I truly was. So, what was happening was there was a lot of people in my life, family members or whatever, who, even though they accepted me, after I had my spiritual awakening, they may have thought I was crazy or whatever. But even though they accepted me and still loved me, they were very confused, and it was hard for them to learn from, you know, my posts and the ways that I would express myself, because I would be striving to be so positive, and they would be the ones who have seen my darker side, who have seen that, I'm not always so positive. So that would cause them to doubt me a lot. And that would also cause them to not really, believe in the rest of it, not even believe in the love and the light of it. And as I kind of talked about in the whole glorifying spirituality videos, this can happen, guys. Like when we, are always trying to put out these false images of like positive, 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 everything has to be positive. There's other people who look to us, okay? I'm not saying necessarily look up, okay? Because I know we use that term, but they will look to us as their equal, and they will be striving to be like us, okay? If they see that we're so positive, they want to be like us. And so what can happen is that can cause people to go into a deep depression because they end up finding that that doesn't exist within themselves. And so they think something is wrong with them. Okay, so then they can start actually backtracking, and that is what happened to me on my journey. So I think it's extremely important that not only for spiritual teachers or leaders, whatever, for all of us, okay, because we're all teachers, we're all students, for all of us to truly allow ourselves to open up and show the whole like variety of who we are, the emotions that we feel, the experiences that we have. as a spiritual teacher, I would love to say that, life is great. I never experience negative emotions. I'm, just dedicating myself to helping other people because I know what I'm talking about. And the truth is, that is false. And that is why I don't say that. And that is why I will never claim to know everything or to have it all under control, because I don't. And I don't think that we can learn from people who have it all under control. Now, does that mean that I'm someone who has no idea what I'm talking about and that you should just disregard what I say? Absolutely not. Because the fact that I am, you know, able to admit and see that I have a shadow side and that I still have evolving to do, and I can express that to you guys, you are more likely to accept that within yourselves as well. So that's what I'm about, okay? And so as far as like the work that I, am going to do with you guys, if you do choose so, really it changes for each person. For every single person, one of the things as a teacher and as a student in my life I have learned, there is no one size fits all for as far as, personal growth goes, okay? And even it's safe to, even say educational wise, school wise, it doesn't work. Okay? They've been trying to make that work for a really long time where everybody's learning in the same way at the same time, but it absolutely does more damage than it does help. So I'm not going to say this is what we're going to do. I'm not the type of teacher who, premeditates, before I even know you, okay? What would happen is I always recommend that you guys get a free consultation with me first, okay? So that doesn't just mean one, okay? And even though I say I limit them to an hour long, if I have 2 hours available that day and you're, in need of a consultation, you really feel unsure in your life, then I will give you however long that you need. I will give you the 2 hours or however long that you need free of charge, okay? Honestly, I wish that I didn't have to charge anything, but because I need income just as well as everybody else, and because I am devoting my life to this, I do need to charge small fees. They're really small, and it's not unknown that I'm able to like bend the rules a little bit. Okay, I really am here for you. So whatever I can do to help, even if we do not work one-on-one together in the long run, I will still be here for you. Okay? And that's why I do YouTube as well, because I don't want to limit myself to just helping people who will pay or ask me for consultations. I am putting myself out here on YouTube, on the internet, exposing myself in front of everyone just with the hopes of helping, even one person out there, okay? So really that's my goal. But some of the things that I have done that I can, share with you that we'll probably end up doing is, first of all, I make sure that we always have fun and that we're always laughing, because I do have a comedian side. And I think laughing and fun is a really great way to bond and connect together. And so I always, always, always try to make you laugh and make it fun. That doesn't mean, though, that I'm not going to take what it is that you're going through or experiencing seriously, okay? I absolutely will take you seriously. So, like I said, laughing and fun, that's just really important anyways. Even, without another person, you should be able to laugh by yourself and have fun. So that's really one thing that you can definitely expect from working with me. Some of the activities that I do, if you're in the area, if you're near me, we can go out into nature together. We can go out into the community together, and we will find activities to do together that will help you, wherever you are on your path. We'll see where it fits, okay, for you. I make vision boards, revolutionary vision boards. I've been doing this for several years now. At one point, I was just doing the revolutionary dream boards, and I was really more of like a motivational coach. Okay, so that's basically the same thing that I'm doing with you guys. I call myself a spiritual leader or a spiritual teacher, but really, guys, I even make sure to say on the website and everything, and whenever I talk to you guys, that I don't want you to look up to me or put me on any type of pedestal. I want you to just see me as another version of yourself here to assist you. Okay? Because when we, start calling each other teachers or masters or leaders, we tend to see them as being somewhat superior. And even those teachers sometimes get carried away and start seeing themselves in that light. So that's one thing I do not want at all. So really, you can refer to me as your motivational coach. You can refer to me as your friend, your family, your advocate, whatever suits you, okay? Or your teacher. I mean, it's fine. Whatever you choose. So, we can definitely, expect to be making a vision board. That's one thing that I do. Oops, got something in my eye. That's one thing that I do with everyone that I work with, because vision boards are a great way for us to, know what we want, okay, and put it on something solid so that we can hang it up and see it every day, okay? And it's a constant reminder of our dreams. That way we never stop dreaming. And then we'll review it if we're still working together, like, 6 months down the road. Really, we'll review it like every month. But by 6 months, usually you'll see that most of what is on your board will be completely, accomplished, okay? And that's no joke. The reason why I started the vision boards was because I did it for myself, and it amazed me that in less than 6 months, I accomplished everything that I never thought that I was going to accomplish, except for one thing, which was travel to Brazil, which I'm sure is in the future for me, but, it just hasn't happened yet. So, but everything else I accomplished, and I never thought I would. So that's one thing we'll definitely do together. So, really, I do specialize in certain areas when it comes to helping. So if you are someone who feels stuck on your path, if you're lost, if you have a child and you want your child to work with someone, I am great for that as well. I have a lot of experience with children, not just being a mother, but working in daycares. I've taken the proper courses, that the system, requires to enable to work with children. However, I also have done much of my own inner research and outer research, just to make sure, because I know that's what I'm here for, is mainly the children, but we are all children. So, I'm not I'm not eliminating anyone out of who I am willing to work with. So, your children, if you're lost or stuck on your path, if you feel that way, if you feel alone, if you're dealing with a loss of a loved one, if you're having a hard time getting motivated, if you feel very unhealthy, if you feel like you have no energy, if you need, if you feel like you need, dramatic life changes and you are not sure how to go about doing that, then I would be a great person for you to work with. Now, when we do the consultation, which you can schedule by going straight to the website. If you look at the very top of the website, it's a little bit hard. I'm still trying to figure out how to change the color. But if you look at the very top, it says, home page, bookings, and then there's blog. Okay. If you click booking, it will bring you to a page where you'll see that you can select, like courses. You can select or sessions. You can, I'll have courses. I'll explain the whole course thing, in the future, but there will be, courses that you can take as well. But if you, just click on any of those sessions, okay, whether it's like half hour, 2 hours, if you click on any of them, it will say consultations are free, and you can schedule it for like however long that you need, for up to an hour, okay? I know that, like, for some reason 2 hours, it shows up that you can do that, but try to keep it within an hour for a consultation, unless you really feel you need more. And there will be a calendar, and you can like book it and everything. And then as far as later on, if you just want to go ahead and schedule a session with me, go ahead and book it online, and then I will contact you about payment arrangements. So, consultations are free, so you don't obviously you don't have to worry about that when you're scheduling a consultation with me. So I always recommend that you schedule a consultation with me first for everyone because, excuse me, I know that it can be extremely difficult sometimes to find the right spiritual teacher, and there's so many spiritual teachers out there. And I know it's just, especially with me, a lot of people see me and they see that I'm young and I have tattoos and I'm a mom of 3. And so a lot of people hesitate to work with me because they really, and then also the fact that I'm so open and honest about not being so, enlightened and like perfect, that, can cause a lot of people to resist wanting to work with someone like me because it's very real. And so a lot of people need that sense of, you know, this person's better than me and they'll help me get to where they are, in order to go through with making a purchase, to work with them. But that's why, I'm not here for the income. And that's why like I keep saying, I recommend that you schedule a free consultation with me. So that way, we can Skype or, we can chat via webcam, whichever way that works for you. We can even speak on the phone. Like I said, if you're nearby, we can work in person. And if if you talk to me for a half hour, an hour, and, it will be like basically like a first one-on-one session where we'll be getting to know each other and see how we, come together and see how that works. And if it feels right and if you decide that you want to work with me, then we can go from there. I also, if you do decide to work with me, I also have, we'll schedule homework for you. Okay. So it won't just be, something that you are working on when you're having the one-on-one session with me. It will be something that you will, after we're done our session, you will have like, little homeworks, little things that you can do. Like sometimes I have people just write, you know, a list of, certain things to remind them of certain things, whether it's things that you're grateful for or whatever. It really depends on you. Um, but yeah. So once you know, are working with me, you'll see that it's not just a, one of those things where it's like, you have to pay for my time. And then when I'm not under the on the clock, then you don't hear from me. Okay, so I think you guys basically know that though, because I'm doing everything that I possibly can to be out here as much as I possibly can for you guys. Also, a really cool thing about the website is that there will be times that I will upload videos that on the website that I don't upload here. They might be more personal. They might just be for the people who are really ready to hear certain things. And it might be things that have nothing to do with spirituality. And sometimes I think that that's important to talk about too, because a lot of us on the spiritual path, we get so off balance when it comes to, what we're going through in our lives. And so we are trying so much to just be in the spiritual that we kind of, we forget to ground ourselves and to be here. So a lot of the times we might just be talking about, you know, certain things that might have a spiritual, well, everything has a spiritual aspect to it, but it's not necessarily going to be about spiritual growth or anything like that. So really check the website out. Look out for more of me. I love working with the people that I already have worked with. Thank you guys for subscribing, and I look forward to working with you guys and, seeing you in the future. I love you all. Have a beautiful day, and peace.